Welcome back. It's that time again where we go and visit those wonderful boys at Homefinding Services in Kent. Now, you may remember I reported on the death of Homefinding Services. Now, 10 minutes after I posted my video, I got a response to the video, a comment saying that Homefinding Services had returned. And I even checked the page to find that it was newly reopened. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it is a bit coincidental that it was 10 minutes after I posted my video. But it's probably just because I posted it on the Monday after the Christmas holiday. Don't know if that had anything to do with it. Anyway, they've gotten back to me about some questions I asked them before they disappeared. The questions were, number 1, you said the position is well-paying. How much do you get paid? And the response was, after they said, "Hello Josh, now we are back from purgatory, we'll be glad to answer some questions. When working for Homefinding Services, you stop taking your life for granted. Every day that the business lets me return to my house, I count it as a blessing. Though a lot of the time, I'll just sleep in my desk chair as the doors lock before I can get to the ground floor. The only other way down is by sliding down the pipeline on the other side of the building." My second question was, what's the office like? Does the seemingly constantly changing layout get annoying? What can you tell me about the tunnels? The office is nice. It's rather cozy, if I'm honest. Most people would say that they dislike the sterile environments, but not me. Yeah, I love my cubicle. It's nice and tight and makes me feel safe from the horrors that occasionally lurk the halls. But that being said, I usually spend my hours in the company cafeteria, pictured in the cover photo, where I can check on the page with my laptop and drink unlimited Pepsi from the company fridge. Though we must be cautious, ever since Miles got dragged into the machine by something blue. Pepsi Man confirmed for Homefinding Services. While the layout does change from time to time, especially with the essential building foundations disappearing entirely, it does get a bit hectic and extremely dangerous. But every time the walls are crumbling or the air vents have disappeared, we all just have to buck up and get on, because it's just another day at the office. As for the tunnels, ever since the fiasco with Brian occurred, we had to fill in all the poo tubes to the sewers. At the moment, we're just sending our waste to the basement level. We haven't received too many complaints other than from John Grobble, who has an office there. God forbid that rotten mess reaches up here to our floor. 3. What are your co-workers like? What can you tell me about each of them? Well, I'll list them off for you. We have Brian, the absolute madman. Though this has evolved from a jokey quip about his unpredictable character to genuine concern for his sanctity of mind over the past month. He's our plumber/carpenter specialist. If you have an issue with your property, with foundations of the shit tube, we send him off to sort it out. He is also a novice at removing unwanted creatures or entities from homes. Sometimes he can be a bit weird though. For instance, he's moved his office to an undisclosed location in a building and is nestling there. We have the man upstairs. He's a small man, but he has big ambition. He tends to get angry quite easily and is most of the time stressed out or on edge. Though whenever he is alone in his office, we can hear what sounds like muffled crying. Poor bastard. I would say he needs a holiday, but the building hasn't let him outside in 16 years. We have John Grobble. He's the janitor. We just get him to do the shit jobs around the place because we think he's a wanker. We have Stavros, head of security. Nice chap, but if you joke around with him, he has a tendency to give you a death stare, or sometimes snap and attack you with his baton, the git. I could list off everyone else on the floor, but to be honest, I'm scared if I spend too long writing this email, the business will notice. Question 4. What can you tell me about the man upstairs? How often do you see him? The man upstairs ventures down once a week nowadays, Before Christmas he was coming down all the time, but now he mainly stays in his office. When he leaves, it's only to scream at us, or to check some hiding places around the office for God knows what. I think he's paranoid of another beast coming. Maybe he thinks the supervisor will come and put an end to his service. 5. How do you feel about the page's popularity? Does it help sell many homes? Ever since the bloody page became popular, we have sold many a home to the loyal and honest purchaser. But it's not a good trade-off. We have had fans left and right and centre infesting the premises. We have had Stavros chasing teenagers up and down the hallways on desk chairs, though we get a lot of them out. Every other day we find the body of a fan who got lost. One of the bastards sleeping in an air duct. The worst one we ever got was a man named Ted sleeping in the septic tank with his laptop. He's been evading staff by monitoring page activity, but I'm glad for the page's popularity. It makes me feel not so alone when I'm at my worst. 6. You don't seem very fazed by the things that I would call strange that seem to occur around the Homefinding Services Kent team. Have you noticed these things? Are they concerning or more of just a nuisance? The strangest thing I remember, other than our run-in with the beast, was when Brian went into the sewers. I don't know what got into him. He seemed to be acting out of character at the time, but the lads were saying he must be possessed. I doubt it, though. I still can't get the sight of that dark gnome figure we saw deep in the catacombs of the Kentish sewers beneath the building. Of the old Kentish sewers we saw beneath the building. Sometimes I wake up and swear I see it glide around the corner, like it's hiding from me. 7. Lastly, you said I have a discount. Does that have an expiry date? Because I've been looking at some places you've been listing, and it's quite alluring. I'm thinking about doing a viewing. This is a private one. You can tab away from the video. Oh yes, the discount you have. That's a permanent one. This was handed out back when the man upstairs still had a bit of joy about him. But now if he's ever giving out a discount, it's to spite someone, or to lure him to something horrible. I dare not say more. He's watching on the cameras. I'll have to be getting back to work now. The dangling hands are patient, but rob them off too much time and they begin to tug the strings. And if that happens, you want to be dead. Stay frosty. Derek Singles, Homefinding Services, Social Media Manager. Thank you, Derek. And I got your name right this time. So that's the latest update from Homefinding Services. Please comment telling me what you want me to ask him next time, and I'll be keeping up to date. I just wanted to take the end of this video to do a little bit of talking about the other pages that have been popping up that, to my knowledge, are sort of doing the same thing as Homefinding Services. As far as I know, Homefinding Services was the first one to do this kind of thing, but pages like Tenbury Wells Imprisonment Services, Waterloo Regional Cryptid Removal, Kipyalov International Airport, Portsmouth Orphanage, Anomaly Removal Service, Anomaly Retrieval Agency, Waterloo Region Cryptid Removal, and countless more. I've been looking at these pages for a little while and following them because they post the same kind of content as Homefinding Services can, but they don't appear to have the same depth, the same level of depth as Homefinding Services does. Plus, as far as I know, Homefinding Services was the first. As far as I know, feel free to correct me on that. I don't think I'm going to be making a full video on any of these pages because it's kind of just copying Homefinding Services, you know? Well, not... I don't want to imply that it's just a thing, but Homefinding Services was first, and they do have as far as I can see, the greatest depth to their page, and I do want to primarily follow them. But please come to the Grith Show live at twitch.tv/Grith on Wednesdays at 7 in order to talk to me about this, and I will look into these pages on the Grith Show Live, but I won't look into them in a separate video like this one. Again, comment down below what you think I should ask Homefinding Services next. I'm going to keep following them, seeing where this is all going. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to subscribe, like the video, comment, please, and follow me at twitch.tv/Grith, where I stream every single night. Goodbye.
Hello.